Hello, and welcome to my channel. I'm sure I don't need to explain to you how addictive phones are. If you've clicked on this video, it probably means you already agree with that statement. A year ago, I felt trapped. I honestly felt sick to my stomach at the amount of time I spent on my phone. I would open Instagram and lose myself for hours just chasing that feeling. It's a sort of primal hunter-gatherer feeling, just scrolling through social media content, especially videos. Doom scrolling is akin to gambling. You always feel like it's the next video that'll make you happy, make you laugh, or make you feel some sort of positive emotion. Before you know it, an hour has passed, or two, and you have nothing to show for your time. Can you even remember 2 videos back in your scrolling process? Probably not. The content you're consuming is all but worthless. And think about your life prior to your first phone or piece of technology. You used to be creative. You used to have a strong attention span. You used to have a whole lot more self-love and self-confidence. If you're anything like me, sometimes you wish you didn't have a phone at all. I don't think as human beings we are meant to consume this much content. To see hundreds of thousands of people online living their perfect lives. To be constantly connected to everybody else, never able to take a break from work or school. To learn so many topics, because as they say, a jack of all trades is a master of none. Obviously, social media and technology have so many benefits, but many of us wish we could use it less. It truly is an addiction, and a year ago I was feeling that feeling intensely, just this icky feeling of being addicted to something and I couldn't get off. I wanted to use my phone less, but where in the world could I start? In this video, I'm going to be giving you some simple tips to curb your phone and social media usage. Some of the tips are going to be kind of no-brainer, simple pieces of advice, but if you want to make a change, you have to start small. I really recommend taking these tips to heart and trying to stick by them. See what happens when you do make a change. I bet you're going to love the results. If you skip ahead to the end of the video, I'll be laying out all the tips in one long checklist, so you can screenshot it and keep yourself accountable. Now, let's get into the video. Figure out what app or apps are your biggest problem. For me, it's Instagram. If I have a few spare minutes, I'm going to open Instagram. And before I know it, I've spent a half hour or more just scrolling. So let's make Instagram less accessible for me. Firstly, I'm going to remove Instagram from my home screen. I used to keep it on the bottom bar, front and center. By keeping it in the apps or tucked away in a folder, it's harder for me to impulse tap on it. My next and possibly biggest tip in this whole video is to install the app Screentime. I cannot talk highly enough about this app. It has absolutely changed the game for me and my screen addiction. Many of us have probably tried the built-in Screentime apps in our phone, but they're pretty easy to override and easy to ignore. For a while, I tried a 40-minute Instagram timer, but found I could blow that all in one sitting. What I needed was something that forced me to break for air when I was using social media. The problem wasn't so much the act of using Instagram, it was how long of a period of time I was sitting there using it. Let's take a tour of the app. First, I have a pause group I call Less IG. This group has it so that when I tap on Instagram, it will pause for 10 seconds. It won't let me into Instagram until I wait for those 10 seconds. This severely decreases my impulse taps. I also have it set that I can only open Instagram 8 times a day for 10 minutes each time. This makes it so that I'm more thoughtful about when I enter Instagram, and I'm capped out at 10-minute increments. Something great about Screentime is how customizable it is. I have it so that these safeguards are on Instagram every day of the week, but I can customize the timing. For example, I have it set that I can use Instagram unlimited on Sunday mornings. There are also pause alternatives, which give you a distraction before opening the app, such as a math problem. In the advanced settings, I can add a cooldown time. So, after my 10 minutes of Instagram usage, it won't let me back into Instagram for a period of time. One of the absolute best features of this app is the ability to block Instagram Reels. When I'm already in Instagram and I click on Reels, it's going to give me a second layer of defense against entering Reels. I have it set to pause for 5 seconds before letting me in, and only allow 6 minutes of Instagram Reel scrolling at a time. When I tell you that I looked for years for an app that had the capability to block me out of the Discover page or Instagram Reels while still letting me into Instagram to check my DMs or homepage, Screentime is truly a game changer. My final group pauses me from entering YouTube Shorts and only allows me 10 minutes of scrolling on YouTube Shorts. I'm not sponsored to say this, but Screentime really has limitless potential for helping you get off of your problem apps. If you have other habits you want to fix, like maybe checking work emails off the clock, you could use this app for that as well. Honestly, ask any of my friends, I tell everybody to get Screentime. So, what's a better, healthier use of your time when you're on your phone? Now, this might not be everybody's solution, but for me, I ended up installing a few mobile game apps on my phone. It had been a while since I had played games on my phone, but I found it was a much healthier use of my time. The games aren't addictive, I'm actually building up to something, and the games allow for far more creativity than social media. So now, instead of opening Instagram when I'm bored, I open Heyday, or Polytopia, or Wolvesville. It's a much more productive and healthy use of my time. By cutting out scrolling, you may still find yourself wishing to consume content. I encourage you to switch to a healthier and more fulfilling form of content consumption. Instead of watching short 10-second videos that decrease your attention span and leave you feeling empty and drained, why not watch more long-form YouTube videos? I mean, you're clearly already doing that, but if you truly try to switch over more to YouTube, you can actually learn things, feel a sense of community, and you won't be so sucked into whatever you're watching. You could also stream shows or movies. I've found that reading-based forms of social media, like Substack, Blue Sky, or Reddit, are healthier forms of social media for me. They don't suck me in as hard, and they're helping me to increase my attention span. Better yet, install Libby on your phone, and borrow ebooks from your local library. This one might seem simple, but is probably the most effective tip of all. Getting yourself away from your phone is the best way to solve a phone addiction. I found the best way to get committed is to set a goal. So this year I set myself the goal of reading 25 books. I used to be a huge reader before my phone got in the way, and it's been so great to regain my love of reading. I found that once I set down my phone, my in-real-life hobbies became all the more fulfilling and exciting. So, find a craft, go outside, pick up something you've been wanting to do, and maybe even power off your phone while doing it. Curate your feed to be things you actually like. I think it's easy to become complacent in the things that we see online, but remember, you are in control of your social media feed. You can mute people from appearing in your feed or unfollow them altogether. You can follow hashtags about things that interest you. Though it's important to stay engaged, I found myself becoming very drained when I would open social media and only see political videos or stuff about the state of our world or our country. I made an effort to follow more wholesome things, making my internet be what I want it to be. Make an effort to follow people that actually make you feel good when you see their content. For example, I follow lots of artists on Instagram because I'd much rather see their art on my homepage than a bunch of brain rot content. Or maybe what you struggle with is online shopping. If this is the case, I recommend you turning off personalized ad recommendations so that you see less enticing content. I have a video on how to turn off personalized ads on major platforms like Google and Meta, which I will link below. Grayscale mode is a wonderful way to turn off some of the dopamine hits that you get when you look at your phone. I have several modes set up on my phone, such as mental health mode, which turns my phone to grayscale and blocks me from getting into certain apps. This is great for when I'm hitting a low or just needing a break from my phone and just can't seem to peel myself away. And maybe, if your phone addiction is bad enough, try turning on grayscale mode all day and seeing if that helps. A lack of color inherently makes your phone less exciting. Find times to not bring your phone with. I've found that I'm attached at the hip with my phone when I really don't need to be. For example, I bring my phone in with me when I go to the movie theater. Why? I'm not going to use it during the movie. It's only going to be a nuisance if I get a notification and my screen lights up in the pitch black. Or it's going to end up dropping between the seats and I'm going to have to go fishing down in the old popcorn on the ground to find it. So, leave your phone in the car. If you're going out to run a quick errand, leave your phone at home. Maybe even just leaving your phone in a different room of the house when you're at home could be helpful. Take baby steps until you suddenly realize that you don't need your phone as much as you once did. Focus on what is right in front of you. When you're talking to someone in real life, put the phone down. Don't be checking it. This will only be beneficial for you and the person you're speaking to. You'll tell the person that you're talking to that you actually care about them, that they are your number one priority, and whatever's on the phone can wait. It's also giving you a break from your phone and helping you invest in what really matters. Think about it. Nothing in your phone matters as much as the people you have in your life. Yes, the phone can be used as a form of connection to people that are far away, and that is a perfectly acceptable use of technology. But picture yourself 20 years from now, looking back. Would you rather look back on a happy version of yourself? Someone who values the people around them, spends time doing the things that they enjoy, and is confident in themselves? Or would you rather look back at a version of yourself that bed rots, doom scrolls, and wastes away all their free time? No one can make a change for yourself but you.